Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all you guys born in the year of the sheep. I apologise for it being so late. It's been very chaotic this week, so we're going to get the sheep done, then we're going to get the monkey done, then we're going to get the rooster done, and then we're going to get the dog done, and then we're going to get the pig done. It's going to be a long hour or so to get these done, but we are going to get these done before the week is through. So let's get on with your sheep reading and see where you guys are at this week. I hope you're doing good, but we will find out. We're just going to shuffle these up a little bit and we're going to see where we are at. So let's move these around and let's see what we pull out, shall we? Let's stop about there. Let's take that one from the bottom. Let's take that one from the middle. Let's take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, we have got a white there at the end, but we're starting off with two negatives. So when we see these negatives, it's easy to say, oh no, blacks, doom and gloom, negativity, you know, pessimism. Oh no, whatever shall we do? But black isn't always an attack, just like white isn't always all right. It all depends on the compatibility of the cards when we flip them over. I do realise that seeing two blacks there, it is a little bit daunting, sometimes overwhelming when you're all blacks, but we don't need to worry too much because we've got this goat card here, which is you. So we are starting off right away with you not knowing where you stand and potentially not feeling comfortable with where you're at. We have got a catalyst here, so there is a shift coming and changes are happening, and they're not necessarily good changes. They're changes that are making you stressed, making you anxious, making you feel tired, exhausted, emotionally drained, baggage on your back all the time. You're carrying the world. Oh, you guys are not in a happy place, are you? Sheep and sheep aren't incompatible. They are actually relatively compatible and they work well together. So we're not worried too much about the fact that it's a sheep card. We're just seeing it as a negative catalyst right now. So we've got this shift. We're getting this change that's coming in. We've got this thing that's making you uncomfortable. It's making you feel a little bit, I don't know, pushed away, pushed out. You're a team player. You want to be a part of the team. You could even be potentially a great team leader in some ways. But you just don't know what you want because there's something going on, isn't there? You're feeling exhausted. Confused maybe, tired of everything, maybe a little bit indecisive. You're procrastinating. You're thinking, shall I do this? Do I do that? Shall I move over here or should I stand out the way? Shall I get involved or should I stay out of it? You're a little bit indecisive. You're a bit confused. You're not quite sure what's happening, but this change is happening regardless. This change is going to push in. And I think right now these changes are going to affect you in love, maybe in business. It's going to affect relationships. It's going to affect friendships, even friendships that took a long time to build. So you need to be vigilant with your own, I guess, in some ways, jealousy or, you know, I guess in some ways, possessiveness. I don't know, being needy, becoming overbearing. I'm not sure what it is I'm trying to say, but don't be so full on. Take a step back and try to see it from a different perspective, potentially. It's now time for a bit of damage control. We need some damage control. We've got some karmic energy as well, but we've got that positive karmic energy, though it is in the negative. Not necessarily a bad card. I mean, dragons and sheeps, they can be quite compatible. They do get along relatively well in some senses. The dragon and sheep have that acceptable kind of relationship. But we, again, are in this negative space. So we're looking at, I guess, in some ways, a rage. We're looking at butting horns with somebody. We're looking at, like I say, damage control. Because you're potentially going to burn some bridges here. Like I say, this is going to affect some friendships, maybe relationships, maybe at work, maybe at home. But we are looking at something that is basically too demanding, too much, I guess, in some ways. It's too much to expect. You're expecting too much. If you think this is going to be if you think this is going to be easy, or you thought that you were going to be able to breeze through this, you are wrong. And you are I don't want to say a fool as in offensive to offend anybody, but you would be a fool to believe it. I think you'd be a fool to think that everything's going to work out, because this is damage control right now. We need damage control. You're too docile. You've taken a step back for too long. You've been on that back seat for too long. You need to step up and take control. Take control, you know. Okay, so people aren't willing to negotiate or compromise or, cooperate. That's fine. They don't want to listen. They don't want to talk to you. That's fine. You may have fallen out with them. You may have had a bit of a to-do. You may have said things you didn't want to say. You may have done things that you regret or feel guilty about. But at the end of the day, this is damage control. So we can turn this around. We can turn this around and we can try our best to potentially make things, I want to say better, but we're going to move into something better. We can see this positive here. So I think we are doing damage control relatively well. Dragon's going to burn these bridges. This is a doer card. This is going to get things done. You're going to move through this catalyst into some karmic energy this week, and it's going to push you forward. It's not going to push you backwards. Dragons don't go backwards. Dragons are always moving forward, always moving forward, even negative ones. We just got to think about what direction we're heading in and what we're actually burning along the way. And the flames behind us as we're moving forward are evidence that things are not looking great. Burning bridges with people is always tricky because, we don't want to do it, not always, and we don't necessarily feel good about burning these bridges, but once they're burnt and lit, that's it. They're gone. Does not mean you can't rebuild that bridge, however. Sometimes a bridge needs to be burnt in order to build a better bridge or to find a new bridge and to basically become, to get into a better place. We've got a rooster card there. I don't know. I'm not feeling good about that rooster card. Rooster and sheep, I don't know. Becomes very hard, I think. I think it is a hard relationship to maintain between the sheep and the rooster. And I think right now you need to shun things out. You need to put your thinking head on and you need to get hard at work. Like I say, damage control. This is going to take discipline. You're not gonna like this. I know you prefer to, have it all nice and kind and loving and peaceful and everything is great. But right now that's not what's going on, and you can't be naive to this, and you're not an ignorant person. Let's be honest. Come on. You can see what's going on. You can see what's happening. We've got communication problems. We've got this oversensitiveness. We've got this procrastination. We're holding back. And now we're going to start criticizing. But that's a good thing. Criticizing yourself or others, potentially in this example and context, is a good thing because it's going to give you the chance to evaluate. It's going to give you the chance to come to some sort of conclusion. You can procrastinate all you like, but change is inevitable, and karmic energy is something that you can't and nobody can escape. You're not gonna be able to get out of this. The fuse is lit, and now we're gonna have an explosion, and that rooster is gonna cock-a-doodle-doo all night long, all day long, all the time, in order to bring you from where you are out of your shell and into this place of almost let's fight, let's push forward, let's bash through this. Of course, you want you want to keep your peace. You don't want this confrontation. You've got your reservations, but communication is struggling. You can't tolerate all of this all the time, and you shouldn't be expected to. You shouldn't be expected to. As I say, this is damage control. We've got a doer. We've got a thinker. There's stuff that we need to figure out right now. You need to get that figured out so you can move forward from this place. Okay, bridges are burning. We can come back to that at a later date. We can maintain that. We can clean the mess if we want to. But right now, damage control is basically getting you back into a place where you feel comfortable, where you feel like you again. Getting back to potentially a white sheep, not a black sheep. But we'll find out, won't we, next week when we come back and we do another reading for you guys born in the year of the sheep. I'll be back after this one with a reading for the monkeys. So if I don't see you then, I'll see you next week, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Love and peace.